Thank you very much, everyone, to attend the Jing class today. So we're going to discuss chapter 5. The first one, if heaven and the earth are not contact to each other or not communicate to each other, so what is going to happen? We know heaven and the earth, most important thing for creation. We know heaven and the earth, they needed to communicate because all the energy go up, like the water evaporation go to become the clouds. After the temperature reaches certain degrees, the rain going to create it and drop on the Earth's surface. So have to have in communication. Otherwise, there's no rain and no clouds. All the living beings going to have a trouble. So that's one example to give us the opening sentence. Heaven and earth have to be communicate to each other or contact to each other. So in Chinese I Ching, we know Book of Change. This is a heaven symbol. This is the earth. We combine them together. We call this symbol is not a communicate. In Chinese character, we call it Pi. Pi means there's no mouth, that means no words, no communication. Anytime you get this 8 trigrams, that means something is not very good. So the other way, everyone like it. This is called the Tai symbol. Like every new year, 3 Yang open the ice season. That's the spring season. If we get that, then that means everything going to be very comfortable, everything going to blooming, going to create it. So that's the good situation. Otherwise, if we go back to this, no clouds, no evaporation, very dry. What happens? Desert comes. Anything's dead, no growth. So we don't want that. So heaven and the earth have to communicate with each other. The myriad things will be treated as dead straw dogs. Straw dogs, we know in the ancient time, use the straw. Everyone knows straw is from the hay. Make the dog symbol called straw dogs. It's like symbolic. We used in the ancient time. Anyone knows this word? We call it wu. Wu is like medicine people. But in the ancient time, people get sick or they are dying. They need like a priest to pray for them and treat their diseases, treat their mental problems. We call it as wu, like witch people. It's a similar kind of thing in all the cultures. And the wu is in the ancient time. If they pray for people, they want them get a recovery, they make the straw dog, like a tattoo kind of symbol. Use that for praying, for symbolically to treat people. After that, put it in the fire and burn it. Like we use incense, pray to God, connect to heaven and earth, communicate with them, give us the luck, give us the recovery. So straw dog is that use that kind of purpose. So if everything is no communication, then we need the straw dog. If we all communicate with heaven, earth, we have no trouble, everyone living peacefully, why need straw dogs, right? We don't need it. So straw dog is only the reason because we have no communication with Heavenly Father, Earth Mother. So now you go back to these two sentences. If heaven and earth are not communicated to each other or not contact to each other, then we get trouble. Then myriad things will be treated as dead straw dogs. Second one, he said that the sage leaders, like kings, if they are not communicating with his people in that country, then what happens? I'm the king. Everyone have to listen to me. They are not treating people well. They just wanted to gather in power, get in the money, but the people suffering. Then what happens? The people in that country will also be treated as the dummy straw dogs. So that's the first two sentences. Lao Zi trying to teaching us. Let us understand we need a communication. So therefore, between heaven and earth, it's two things. Heaven and earth, not necessarily just between our heaven and earth. In this universe, everywhere, heaven and earth. Like our sun and the earth, we have to have some kind of communication. And the earth and the moon, we need some kind of communication. Otherwise, there's no tide, no gravity, then we have a trouble. And this communication is in the emptiness in the universe. There is a kind of like a bellows there. Bellow is an ancient tool to blow the air into the furnace in the wood box. They can push it in, the air going to come out, and if you withdraw, the air is going to go in. So there is an opening valve, is open this way, and that called a bellow. So bellow always creates something. We don't see it, but it's actually is working in there. This actually is talking about two things. One is bellows. The other word in here is flute. Any kind of flute you can blow in different sound or re mi fa so to make a different voice, different sound, different music. We have this kind of music equipment. We have the long one, we have the bending one, we have all different kind of ones. So the air, you never can press it and make it to bend it. There's a formless. Lao Zi give the metaphors, says that it seems a bellows there. And that bellow, although we only see the emptiness in the universe, but we realize that it will never be compressed. Just like air. You pressed in is flute cannot be pressed, breaking down. And the more the bellows blows, the more things created from it. So the more we do, the more fire generated, more energy generated from it. In our garden, the bellows blowing, in the nature blowing, create a lot of fruits in our garden. And we have so many different things we can enjoy. We can dry them. We can make all kind of fruit product, and we enjoy it so much in our garden. So there are some vegetables and a lot of lime, lemon tree, and other flowers, and make our dishes. And we can make vinegar. We can make a wine. We use a lot of our effort to create the things. So you can see, just small garden can generate so much. So he gave us the conclusion. He said, since we don't understand its wonders, this bellow kind of wonders, we can't describe it. We don't know how to describe it. But actually, there's continuous to create. So Lao Zi trying to show to us. He said, you rather focus on the nature itself without any words description. Because Chinese word, China or Chinese, that means center. We say that 中国人, this is 中, this word. 中, this word, very interesting. If we use the mathematic symbol, say put a number, 9 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the natural number we use every day. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the center. So that's the one reason Chinese people use 5 all the time to indicate the center. And the 5 can be very many different 5. We have 5 fingers, 5 toes, and the 5 sensory organs, 5 internal organs, 5 everything. So that's one reason Chinese people always want to get the center. Focus on number 5 and focus on the center. Chinese character says China or Chinese is this word. That's the central country. But that means not the central country. That means Chinese people is centered. It's mean. Have the very balanced ideas. And that's why we proudly use that, say we are Chinese. The other center is this center, like a target. So the nature is teaching us everything have to be balanced. We always want the centered, because only this way we are most stable. Like the triangle, this center, that means the most stabilized point. If we use that, we call this one is gravity point. This one is the most balanced and most stabilized point. Lao Zi is trying to share that his idea, everything in our world, we don't want to talk too much, use too many words to trying to describe something. Sometimes it's very difficult. A lot of words may not be the good thing to explain the things. And the truth may not be by words. And that's why first chapter Lao Zi trying to say, if we explain something, use the word, describe the Tao, then that Tao is not the true Tao. Right? The same kind of situation. So we use the word needed to be carefully, trying to be the centered or balanced. When I was younger, my father always told me, just like a draw picture, don't put a very heavy color in something. You use the lighter color first and then gradually add on more color, right? He used one sentence. He said, don't be too colorful. Don't use a very heavy color in this life. His comment in my life is a very useful indication. We wanted to have the true wisdom to dealing with between the humans and another is a human being, also dealing with other animal beings. Any other comments? Thank you very much.